Alhamdulillah, by Hashem, Yahushai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Jemis who were well, Shalom to the hopeful elect.
As a winter of industrial action looms, now a date is set for the biggest nurses' strike in 100 years.
You can repair a leak, or you can repair the whole roof, and the government's waited until the whole roof's going to go, and that's what's going to happen if they don't invest now.
Nurses like Mark walk out for 2 days in December.
I'm at the top of band 5. I get a bit of extra for living in London, but my take home is basically 30,000 a year plus that. It's not enough for the stress, the pressure we're under. We have people's lives in our hands. We're university trained. We have a massive amount of skills and knowledge, and the pay doesn't match that. We're regularly full by midday now. We have all our beds full, all our waiting spaces full, and there's still people queuing out the door, and we have to see them, and we have to provide care, and we're trying our best, but the stress is immense.
Now, I will say I will agree with him, because when I went to the hospital, for the birth of my child, them nurses, and they dealt with a lot of rubbish. They were talking about how some man fell asleep and he dropped his seed, and his child broke, from the fall, broke every bone in its body and it died, and he was just screaming down the ward. Now, stuff like that is traumatizing, especially for Jake. There's a lot of Jake women there. There was another incident where they were talking about how this woman, she dropped her baby and caught the baby with her foot. So it basically from the impact and it being so young, it's crippled for life now. Now, these are nurses and they have to basically deal with newborn life. They're dealing with children, babies, and they were getting paid like £10 an hour. And at that time, I was delivering shopping. I'm getting paid £11 an hour, and I'm not trained. I don't have to take a course for a year to do that. Just get a driver license, jump in a van, and I do my job. These people are being paid £10.50 an hour, doing crazy shift patterns. 10, 12 hours, 14 hours, doing overnight work, and they're being paid pittance. So yeah, I totally agree with him. Even he said he was getting 30 grand take home. I went and got my HGV license, which is like a CDL license in the United States, and I probably earn more take home than him, and he's probably studied for years and has, like he said, he has an immense amount of knowledge. I just know how to just drive a truck, and I can earn more than him, or I can out earn him. So it just shows you that Babylon's ways is just uneven. You got these footballers who don't do anything and they're being paid millions of pounds. But to be fair, these nurses, they're not really. They're just keeping up Esau's system, and Esau is a physician of no value. So they think they're doing a lot, but they're really not doing anything. And he made the analogy of, fixing, the roof, fixing the leak instead of letting the whole roof cave in. And I always make the analogy of, when you go to the hospital, you're really, you're treating symptoms rather than curing the problem. So like the way Esau works, he's a physician of no value, so his whole system doesn't work. It's a shambles. It's all a joke. It's like a skeleton crew, But yeah, you see this Jake woman talking.
There are strong feelings on both sides, and some, like Naomi, voted against strike action.
Cancer doesn't hold still for strike action. It still progresses, and a lot of these people need urgent treatment. And the whole purpose of a strike action is to make an impact. It doesn't, to me, seem like it's in the interest of patients. And I think, if anything, it's going to put fear amongst the general public.
No, I'll stop her right there. She talks about it being in the interest of the patients. Now, if Esau really cared about the patients, he'd cure the patients rather than treat them and make them perpetual customers, And I 100% believe she's a Jake, and that other dude is definitely, he's in the spirit of an Edomite. He wants to write. He wants his money. He don't care about none of that stuff. He's just saying it. But she really believes in the garbage. She believes in Esau's kingdom more than he does. And I was watching the elder Apostle Ramla, but he was talking about, we sick, boss, we sick. She's in that spirit, And this is Jeremiah 2. 33. Why trimmest thy way to seek love. Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. So, Drake loved to always act as if they care about these Edomites countries, and Edom don't care about his own country. Edom don't care about your country, but you care more about his country than you do about your own, and he does about his own. So yeah, Drake is bugged out.
Which is unnecessary, and again,
The nigger woman.
it goes against the core values of being a nurse.
A record 7 million people are already on waiting lists in England. The union insists patient safety won't be compromised.
It's a cake.
But as a new Prime Minister tries to grip a row over public sector pay, his message, there isn't enough money.
I have enormous respect and gratitude to our nurses, as
No, you
everyone
don't.
does, for the incredible job they do. And look, I know things are difficult right now for everyone because of what's happening with inflation.
No,
And
you
that's
don't.
why our plans that we outlined last week will get a grip of inflation and bring it down. That's really important.
It won't.
And in the meantime, what the unions are asking for, I think, is a 19% pay rise. And I think most people watching will recognise that that's obviously unaffordable.
How? Let's see how much he earns. Sunak, and this is him. Rishi Sunak is almost a billionaire with a net worth double. I'm not even 730 million. Yo, this guy is worth almost $1 billion. Talking about, I understand your pain. This guy he's not had no financial problems, bro.
Strikes could be staggered. Whatever happens, industrial action will compound the NHS backlog. It's hard to see a deal being reached. The two sides are miles apart, and where the Tories ordinarily wouldn't shy away from a fight with the unions, and we know that they have directed more money towards the NHS in the autumn statement, a row over nurses' pay is uncomfortable for a government that wants to be seen to be on the side of the NHS. It's a moment of political danger for the PM. Mark says nurses have limited leverage, and it's not a decision anyone is taking lightly. Ali Fortescue, Sky News.
That's the thing, though. They want these people to die, really and truly. If you're really breaking down what Esau wants, so he don't care whether or not they strike or not. He's like, yeah, go on then. You lot don't go to the hospitals. More people are gonna die. Yo, we want you dead anyway. And that little guy, Rishi, whatever, Rishi. What's that? Rishi Sunak. This is the sentiment that he's in, man. This is Psalm 73. I'm gonna start at 2. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. But there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Oh, we can't give you any money. It's not possible. Well. Let's see how much NHS boss or CEO earn. I don't even know if it'll show me this. How much does a chief executive officer make at NHS in the United Kingdom? And this is in like the CEO of all NHS. This is just chief executive at NHS. Average NHS chief executive officer yearly pay in the United Kingdom is approximately 221,858, which is 318% above the national average. How much does the CEO of the NHS get paid? Between 255,000, 260,000. And you think he's staying up for 12 hours dealing with patients? Oh, hell no, bro. These people don't care. They want you dead. If they really wanted you alive, they'd kill your ass instead of treating you for 20, 30 years, getting profits of you. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done, that shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. So it's the same thing that happened now, Same thing that happened then with, Noah talking about, the floods coming, and no one was listening. Now, the men of the Lord are saying, there's war coming, there's this coming, there's going to be a trial by fire. No one wants to listen. until, you know, the doors of the ark close, you know, when the Lord seal all the elect, and people are gonna be knocking on that door trying to get in, talking about we prophesied in your name. You know, it's the same thing happening over again, just, you know, just in a different time. And if you look at this is a healthcare index by country, 2022. See Taiwan, 16th of United Kingdom. You know, we get free healthcare over here, but it's not even that great. And 33 is United States. Yo, these Edomite countries are down bad. The best countries are Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, France, Denmark, Spain, Australia, Thailand. Thailand, and people look at Thailand like it's a poor country, but it's way ahead of the United Kingdom. Yo, these people do not care about their own people in this country. You know, and I don't understand how Drake wants to be here. Like, it makes absolutely no sense to me. You know, because when Esau comes down with that great wrath, you know, he's not gonna look at her and be like, "Oh my God, you're such a good nurse. You know, you got up every day at 6 a.m. and when you did your job." He's gonna cut him down. You know, and in the spirit, let's see this inflation. Let's see the inflation rate, because they said they wanted a 19%, which I'm assuming is for further inflation, just to cushion them from further inflation, because this is gonna get worse and worse. Even though that you know, Rishi Sunak said they're gonna try and curb it. They're not gonna curb it. You know, the Lord has willed it so. They're not gonna be able to turn it back. And they're saying 8.8%, which is higher than that. You know, yeah, there it is. The consumer price index CPI rose by 11.1% in the 12 months to October 2022, up from 10.1 in September. So just in a month, it's gone up by a percentage. Yo, come on, man. This place is done. Done. You know, and people are talking about saving up their 401ks and their pensions. I don't even put money into my pension no more, man. It's pointless. You know, this place is finished. This place is finished. Done. Finished. Kaput. You know, I don't see it going 5 years. You know, this place is finished, man. Through the Spirit. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Jemeshu. Well, Shalom to the elect.